Let's take you next to California and to Nevada. Those two states also bracing for more severe weather today. A powerful and rare blizzard slammed into that region over the weekend, too. And this morning, blizzard warnings and winter storm alerts remain in effect for many parts of the western United States. The snowfall is expected to continue through the day. Over the weekend, though, some areas saw more than 2 meters of snow. And as we bring you live pictures this morning from Lake Tahoe, there's the lake, and you can see the snow continuing to fall, just coming down there almost horizontally in the wind. The blizzard closed more than 110 kilometers of roads along the California-Nevada border. So this is right in that border area. Many drivers having to deal with very unfamiliar conditions, and there were cars stuck all over the place having to be dug up. Steve Futterman on the story for us early from Los Angeles. We can see the snow still falling in Tahoe. Steve, what's going on through the states of California and Nevada as we come on the air today?
Well, Heather, you're looking at the conditions right now. These are actually improved conditions a bit. The conditions will be a bit improved today. There will be snow coming down, as you can see right now, but not as much. And they'll take any relief they can get. And this is just a little bit right now. You know, this area is very used to snow. They deal with it all the time. They deal with massive amounts of snow, but not anything quite like this. The snow's been coming down in large amounts, in some areas close to 3 meters this weekend. And it's accompanied by very strong winds in some areas, gusts of nearly 200 kilometers per hour. Now, it's caused all sorts of havoc. You mentioned the main road there, that's Interstate 80. It's been shut down, as you mentioned. Over 100 kilometers of that highway has been shut down. And at times this weekend, it turned into a bit of a parking lot. Hundreds of vehicles had to be stranded, and not just vehicles, cars, SUVs, but some of those massive big rigs. They couldn't even get through the snowstorm. So it shows you how powerful this has been. Now, people who are lucky, they've been sort of hunkered up in their homes. And we heard from some people talking about how they're dealing with this the best they can.
There were times where my husband couldn't see and we had to stop.
I was horrified. I'm afraid we would just drive off the road wee!
This is incredible, first thought. Second is I hope I make it through this.
A lot of times we have the forecasts that look sort of shocking and then they drift downward. This one seems to be drifting upward.
Yeah, well, upward's been the key word this week, and not upward with the snow, but upward with the intensity of this storm. Now, along with all the other difficulties, many thousands of customers are without power. That makes it more difficult. Now, the ski resorts would normally love something like this, but many of them have had to shut down. And Heather, there are lots of concerns today about avalanche activity this today and the next few days as well.
Steve, you mentioned a ski region. Let's go back then to Lake Tahoe and show the live picture. Obviously, as I was mentioning, the snowfall continues. You can see from the waves on the lake that wind is churning along. Power seems to be going in the right direction. You mentioned people without power, 40,000 at peak, now down below 10,000 customers. But this is a concern. What else is in the offing? What else are people in the region bracing for in the coming days and hours, Steve?
Yeah. Heather, there's going to be snow throughout the day in many areas. In some areas, another half meter of snow possibly. But there is hope on the way because the next couple of days, things will calm down. That's for the next couple of days. But by the end of the week, another storm, exactly what they don't need, another storm coming in. But the good news is this storm is not expected to be nearly as intense as this current one. It's going to take a number of days to dig out. They may have that problem with the next storm coming in, but they're going to have a week or so of digging out from this massive blizzard, which people in the area say they haven't experienced anything like this in many, many years.
Pictures are extraordinary, to say the least. Thank you, Steve. We'll check back with you on this as it continues. Steve Futterman in Los Angeles as we begin this Monday.